Big news coming in. An Air India Air Force fighter plane has crashed in Kach's Mundra today. The pilot, Air Commodore Sanjay Chauhan, lost his life in this crash. The Indian Air Force Jaguar was on a routine training missing from Jamnagar. A court of inquiry ordered to investigate the cause of this accident. Srinjoy Chaudhary joining us on the phone line. An IAF fighter plane crashes in Jamnagar. Srinjoy, what are the details that we have so far? Indian Air Force pilot, we are given to understand, has lost his life in this incident. We'll try and go across to Srinjoy in just a bit. Indian Air Force Jaguar crashes in Kach's Mundra area. You can see remains of that aircraft there in those pictures. Extremely tragic incident that took the life of the pilot. Air Commodore Sanjay Chauhan lost his life in this crash. The Indian Air Force Jaguar was on a routine training mission from Jamnagar. Let me go across to Srinjoy Chaudhary joining us with more details. Yes, Srinjoy, over to you.
Yes, very unfortunate. Not only has there been a Jaguar fighter plane crash, but more importantly, the pilot of the plane, one of the senior-most officers of the Air Force, is Air Commodore Sanjay Chauhan, the equivalent of Brigadier of the Indian Army, has died in the crash. He is the senior-most officer in an air crash of a plane that he's been piloting for perhaps 20 years. What we also know is that he was the AOC of the station. He was the station commander, which means that he was the senior-most officer in the area. And
right.
I have to say that, yes, he sustained serious injuries, turned out to be fatal. So Sanjay Chauhan, Air Commodore of the Air Force, died in the air crash. He was a Jaguar pilot. He was AOC station and a very senior officer. And we know he has died in the crash.
Big loss for Indian Air Force, Srinjoy Chaudhary. Like you just mentioned, he was one of the senior-most officer, brave officer, Air Commodore Sanjay Chauhan lost his life. And, this also, of course, comes at a time when, we are looking at this entire issue of how these Jaguar fighter aircrafts are being maintained. Do we have any more information on what could have been the reason that this crash took place?
Well, it could be one of three reasons. A court of inquiry has been. It could be a technical failure, which perhaps is more likely bird strike, which is rare, and it could be a pilot error. Now, someone of this seniority to die in an air crash because of pilot error would be unusual. So we are looking at technical failure. We will know sooner or later what really happened because there is an inquiry in place.
Right. Indian Air Force has lost one of its senior-most officers. Air Commodore Sanjay Chauhan is no more.